I'm I'm weary of being the face of my company. I want the people that I have spent years training to become the face of my company. And I'm the old guy in the back that's there in case you need me. That's that transition of mentorship. And I think one of the posts you posted recently, several actually. One of them was about the transition of leadership between Moses and Joshua, right? That's that's a process. That's not an event. That's a process of transferring the value of the relationship. Again, nowhere on the balance sheet,
Oh,
but the trust that was established from, the outgoing leader to the incoming leader. A lot of military organizations, I think a lot of even large corporations will do a change of command ceremony as if it was an
plan.
event, right? He's on, he's now in charge, everything's going to change. People get so nervous,
Oh,
people get so restless. Of course, the US just went through, I think a lot of countries just went through a major election that represents change. What's going to happen? I don't know. One of the guys we both follow, I think his name's David, has been posting warnings about
oh,
the global impact of the political changes in America. Well, I don't object to the warning, right? But I live in a
it's
country
real.
where it happens every 4 years, so you kind of get accustomed to the change, but you also learn to value the effective transition of power and influence from one leader to the next. There's a huge difference between when it's smooth and when it's rocky. And I think that's another one of those enduring values of a business when a culture is ancient,
Yeah.
and dedicated to preserve the very best of what has been inherited, but not necessarily closed to innovation and change. That balance is really tricky.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the greatest values any business can bring is the heritage with the vision of the future. But when you get that continuity of value, it is precious.
And this brings to a beautiful way of looking at it, right? So the cost of disruption, like when we talk about that standard leadership change or whatever it is, it's not reflected in any balance sheet, but we know it's there. And we know the
Right.
disruption to, let's say, the world, or in some cases, the immediate organization or suppliers or anywhere else. So when we look at the enduring value, if we followed the like the ancient paths or whatever we want to call it, this, the mentorship and the transition and a planned transition and having the future of the organization or the wealth in mind, then
Right.
we do it differently.
Exactly. And I think the way you said it just sparked. I'm not sure I can memorize it, but I can go back and listen to you because you're recording it. But the way you said it reminded me that so many people who are purely financial focused developed an almost allergic reaction to the word cost.
Mhm.
You know, anything worthwhile is going to have a price tag.